Hey guys, welcome to Rainbow Pagan. Today I want to do a video about gay youth. I know I've done this video before, but somehow it got deleted. And I did more research. Now, first of all, I want to talk about the sad thing. Well, actually, people say that only 1% of the population is gay. That's bullshit. Below is a link of the population that is gay, that actually is gay. Now, the population for gays, 15% of the population in America is gay. That's just in America. So, 15%. Now you go to, if you look on Wikipedia, they say 1%, which is freaking bullshit. Because Wikipedia doesn't know shit. Transgender. They say that transgender is 1% of the population. But that's, again, Wikipedia. I did research. And transgender is actually 0.6%. Now, they're all waiting saying it is a lot higher than that. The reason that is because I don't think those people are transgender. They may think that. What I'm saying here is the SJWs basically are brainwashing kids into being homosexual. Now, homosexuality is not a choice. And by doing what they're trying to do, all they're doing is damaging the psyche of the youth. So, since I got that part out of the way, these numbers to me, 0.6% trans and 15% gay in America, makes a lot more sense. Now, the sad thing is that transgenders, anyhow, it's a 0.6%, which is a very low number. Over 60% of transgender youth try to commit suicide or have committed suicide. Over 60%. Well, actually, it's 60% have committed suicide. So you'll have over 60%. No, actually, I'm sorry. Over 60% have tried to commit suicide or have committed suicide. Now, I know the homophobics are going to be like, yeah, less transgenders, yeah. And gays are 3 times more likely at killing themselves than heterosexual youth. Now, those are some pretty sad results. Now, what I'm here to talk about is I will share a little bit of my story with the youth here. And this is a safe space. So if anyone uses a bad language or negative word towards this video, that comment will not show up and they will be blocked as hate, spammed, or blocked as abuse. So anyhow, I want to say that when I was basically, again with the SJWs, you do not know your true sexuality. You really do not. Some may disagree with me, some may agree with me. But you really do not recognize your sexuality till you actually hit puberty. So how these transgenders, they say it's actually over 2% now in America. The reason why is, like, I don't understand it, because these adults, they're teaching their kids to being transgender, saying, oh, you like, if they're a boy, they're like, oh, you like girl stuff, or stretch you in the dress, and all that. And it's making the kids confused. They're teaching this non-binary stuff, which are only 2 genders. They're saying there's more than 2 genders, which I'm not going to get into that. But the transgender youth, it's got to be hard to be transgender. I would not know. But I'm sorry I'm flipping around here. But back to the thing about knowing your sexuality. You basically truly do not recognize your sexuality till you hit puberty. Some may recognize it a little bit before, but mainly the rule of thumb is you're mainly not going to recognize it till you hit puberty. That's when I started recognizing that I was a little different than other people. When I was in middle school, I would see the other guys showering, and I would, of course, get an erection, or so I was embarrassed. I was like, what's wrong with me? They're talking about females and, hooking up with girlfriends and stuff like that. I'm like, I have no desire or anything to hook up with a female. They were not attracted to me. I mean, I was not attracted to them. I had no feeling towards that. Mainly, I just wanted attraction towards males. And, of course, I hid this. Now, we're talking back in the early 90s. Now, before in the early 90s, late 80s, when I went to school, it was not acceptable. And now, it is more acceptable in schools and in college. But my friends, I didn't come out till I was 18 after high school. But during middle school and high school, I was beat up all the time, 3-on-1 and stuff, for being, they said I was gay. And I was also in special education, which now is called learning support. So they beat me up for that. They beat me up because of my speech, because I have cerebral palsy. I have a speech impediment. But they would also call me faggot and all those stuff, names. Now, kids today might still suffer that in the smaller cities, in the small towns. Bigger cities, it may not be as bad. I don't know. But for New York City, I would say they have safe havens for youth that get kicked out of the family, they're all gay. So that was my experience. And when I finally did come out at 18, I went to my lifetime friends that I've had for a while. And I said, I'm gay. And she said, it's about time you come out. So basically, your friends, your close friends and family, some of your family, will know that you're gay before you even tell them. So about the transgenders, it's got to be very hard going to school knowing you're transgender. Now, I am talking about the 0.0% that are transgender, which is very uncommon in areas, it being that low. The show, that show about a transgender girl, I am something. I'm sorry, maybe you can help me out with that. Well, she's transgendered ever since she was a kid. Now, for that kind of point, the TV shows and all this that they're showing about transgenders, it is informational, but yet again, with the extreme left, they're trying to push everything on you. She may actually be one of the examples of a transgender before puberty, unless she did hit puberty and then decide to, but I don't think she did because she's taking shots to keep herself from having male testosterone. Anyhow, that's the point on transgenders, and it is sad that the transgender death rate is over 60%. This, if you are transgender, don't be afraid. YouTube is great for people out there, other YouTuber pages that support you. I mean, Ariel, Bria Christie, just to name a couple. Because we know YouTube is going to shit, and a lot of the YouTubers have switched to Patreon, which is unfortunate for people like me that cannot afford Patreon. So, yeah, and also you have groups, chat groups, that you can find on, if you search Google transgender groups, you could go in there and be a support group of that. And gays are the same way. Homosexuals have a great resource of, people on the internet. Again, I refer to Ariel. I know these are lesbians, but for a gay man myself, it's kind of hard to find a good gay representative. I mean, we're looking at Gay God. He is okay, but I don't like how he pushes veganism on people, and kind of is very. I just don't really think he's a good one. But you may. But like I said, YouTube for you people would be very helpful. Below is the Trevor Hotline. It's active 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can call them, even if you're not feeling suicidal. You can call them just to talk to. And they can talk to you if you live in a city, especially New York City. If you live there, you have resources there that take in homosexual youth. So just because you may feel you're different, so-called not normal, but what is normal anyhow? There is no true definition for normal, if you think about it. Normal is just a cycle on a washing machine. So, please do not hide who you are. But if you are in a hostile environment that your parents are probably going to kick you out, make sure you have a backup plan. So that's why I came out at 18. So that's just me. And what else can I say about this? Is that I'm here for you. Like I said, this is a non-hate page. You can ask me any questions you want. I am over 30. I'm getting pretty old. But the transgender and the LGBT movement in general has changed from when I was fighting for LGBT rights. If you're just fighting for equality, true equality, and not so-called special rights, that's great. We still have a road ahead of us on some rights. Like, for example, in some states you can still be fired for being gay or transgender. And also lately, the removal of transgenders from the military. That's a big topic. That's a whole nother video. Do I support that? In a way, I believe, like, you should have the full SRS, sexual reassignment surgery, before you can enter the military. And I know not all transgender wants that. But if you're going to jail and you don't have the full SRS, they're going to put you in with the male population. They're going to put you in with the population that matches your biological gender. So it's some kind of same thing with the military. Before, gays had the right to be in the military. We had to fight for that. And now it's fallen on the transgenders are actually getting attacked, since the gays have actually got a lot more rights. Now it's the transgenders. But with the SJWs, I don't know what the numbers are. But the true numbers to me is 0.6%. If you are transgender, I did a video on transgenders. about the bath war, toilet wars. Just know that you are truly never alone. If you want to contact me personally, my Gmail will be listed below, rainbowpagan2@gmail.com. Be free to contact me on my page. I have my Facebook link to say you're a YouTuber, and I will approve you, and we can talk. So, this has been it basically for the LGBT youth. And remember, no matter what, you are never alone. God is blessed.